All right, kids. Let's see if anybody got my messages that I was going live last minute, which is shocking to everyone. I saw that Xandra wasn't going to stream today, and I thought, I'll just go on and do something. So I'm going to wait. If you're watching this as a recording, skip ahead a few minutes. I'm going to wait till some of my peeps gather here in the box live and get it going from there. And if nobody joins, that's okay too. We'll just mess around and do something. Margaret Ward, hello from Arizona. You're the early bird catching the worm. This was another last minute, of course, so it's a beautiful Sunday, so I'm not sure who may or may not see this. Hey, Kat. Hey, Christy. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining for whatever. I had something in mind I was going to do, and I went to boot up my computer that I haven't used for a while. Hey, Charmaine. And don't you know there's a storage issue, and none of the photos that I wanted to print that I had on my announcement about me going live, I don't think I can print them. Hey, Nancy. Let me see if I can do it off my phone. My phone was connected at one time to this printer. Let's see what we got here. Let's try one of these rascals. Let's see. Print. Looks like it's connecting. It says it's low on ink. How dare it? Hey, Yvonne. Trying to gel print a 24 by 48 sheet of paper. Oh boy. You know what I found? I got one of the way back, whatever their first biggest plate was. I don't know if it was 18 by 24 maybe. It's hard, depending on the paints, especially if it's metallic paint, it's really difficult to get it all brayered out and still be wet enough to do what you're used to doing on a small plate. Because those metallics, especially the golden ones, like that bronze that I love, they dry really quick. And you want a pretty thin layer, so it's a little tricky. Oh, hang on, it's saying my printer needs paper and ink. Place is falling apart around here. What the hell? Cartridge very low on ink. Replace. Oh, sweet Moses. Okay, well, it's not even going to work unless I change that. Ouch. Which will only take me a second. So, I'm here, but I can't see my chat from here. Let me change this black cartridge real quick. See if we can get into business here. Excuse me. They box up these printer refills like I'm going to go through some kind of a blast. I haven't coughed all day. Here we go. This is off to a great start, isn't it? That's what I get for not streaming for so long. All right, let's see what happens here. Sounds like it's doing something. Thank you for installing your HP Instant Ink cartridge. Okay, hang on. CB, hello there. I had a plan, and of course, it was a last minute plan, but I hear the printer doing the realigning print now. So let's see if this print came out. We just got back last week from our vacation in Hilton Head Island. Neither one of us had ever been there. We went, 4 couples went. And then the women came home after the first week, and the guys split off from Hilton Head and went to Myrtle Beach for their annual golf weekend. It just so happened that they aligned, which actually was better for them, so they didn't have to drive 10 hours home and then 8 hours back to Myrtle Beach another week later. Come on, oh, it is printing what I sent to the printer. Look at that. I think. Man, it's really printing slow. I guess that picture's got a lot of details, even though it's really just grayscale in the sand. Yeah, they go on that trip. They've gone on that trip for close to 40 years every year. I think it's 12 of them now. And I'm glad it worked out the way it did, because otherwise they'd had to drive that long way twice within a few days or so. I'll look at my shadow on my cell phone in the sand. But those patterns that were just in the sand down there, and the beach is so different than what I'm used to up here at Ocean City, Maryland, and in Rehoboth, Delaware. The sand was finer, and the beach is very, like, the water is very shallow. In Ocean City, you can sometimes go into the water and a couple feet drop off, depending on how the last storm affected it, till you're chest deep. And this one, you could walk quite a ways before you even got up to your waist. But when the tide was out, it would go out and smooth the sand and just leave all these crazy patterns that I thought, hey, I'm going to take some pictures of those babies. Hey, Gray. I'm going to grab a bottle of water real quick. Oh, here it did its alignment. That's all cool. All right, let me send a couple more of these to the printer, and maybe we'll do something with these. Cheap Craftsman is working well for the base coat so far. I don't have the huge plate. Oh, it's in your cart. I always thought for anybody that might do some fabric, that really big plate would be good for, like, for yard goods to print. There was one here that was really interesting looking. Look at that pattern, how the waves just made that lay in the sand. Print. All right, we'll send that one. And this one was really odd. Look at that little nodule. That it must have been like one of those little critters that are under the sand, and somehow it washed around it and left it standing there like a column. All right, we'll just do those. And of course, I left my old glasses that I could actually see out of upstairs. So this is going to be a treat. Trying to read the chat. I hate these new glasses. I don't think they're going to make it in the long run. I think I'm just going to go and fork out the money to get a pair that I can actually see out of. Reading through these, forget it. I still got to take them off. And now trying to look at my computer from sitting right here, and I can touch my screen where it is over here on the side. All blurry. I got to lean in to see it. I should see B because this is going to be a pain for the whole time. Maybe I'll do that while these other two are printing. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a flash. Dave said, what are you doing up here? Can't say. Ah, look at that. I can see the chat. Oh, hey, Beth. Okay, I don't know. I was thinking about doing a collage with some of the stuff in the background, or maybe trying to embellish some of these a little bit. I'm going to take this one and just spray it with water. Sometimes the ink will change colors, and the tone, not the ink, the toner, when it gets wet, will change like a pinky green mix on it. So let's see if it will. But the shadows come out blue on the print. All right, I just sprayed the back of it. I spray a little bit on the front. And we'll let this bad boy sit off to the side and see what happens. Oh, the dreaded tickle. It's already got a green cast coming through on it. I want to start playing with watercolors again. Feels like I haven't touched them for so long, which is true. That I have to teach myself all over again. Oh, here's that. See that thing? I just thought that was kind of interesting to be standing up that much higher against all the other sand around it. Oh, I have a hard candy here. I'll try to get rid of my tickle. You really haven't. Why isn't it rain? Still no rain for 2 months. Wow. It hasn't rained here for a few weeks. Today, I think the high, I think they said a little while ago it was 56 was the temperature. And this has been the coolest night here, or day here. But then next Thursday, Halloween, it's supposed to be 80. Sweet Moses. Make up your mind, people. Beth, were you affected by the hurricane at all? I can't remember where you guys are. Are you in Tampa? Or are you on the East Coast? I know I think at one time you guys were in Lauderdale, but I don't know what all's transpired since I knew that. Maybe we'll just throw a collage together. I didn't want it. Not a fan of a tickle. Well, at least this time. All right, let's try. See some little bits in here that look interesting. All right. Let's see what we got. That is starting to turn green. You see the green hue compared to this one. Some of the pinks coming out on the back. And that's just putting spraying water on the, it's just regular copy paper with the inkjet printer. Oh, that's what happened. Tons of debris. Yeah, no kidding. Tampa. Okay. I'm glad that was all you had to deal with. Not that that's fun, but you know what I'm saying. A boss I had at Siena retired a few years ago and built a house in Asheville. I've been in touch with him. Luckily, where he built his house, he was in Boston when it happened, and flew back the day or two after. A friend went to pick him up at the airport, which the parking lot there was underwater. And he got back home, but he had said not any sustainable damage to the house, but he had no water, no electricity, no internet, none of that stuff. So he was able to pump water out of his well to bring it in the house. And he had a generator. He got hooked up, so he had power to part of the house, and he was able to go every couple of days. He'd go to a, I guess it was one of the Starlink locations they had where he could pick up internet and text out to let him know, people know he was okay. But some of the people are, it's terrible. It is terrible. Let's see. What is this book? Oh, okay. I thought this was my other book. This is stuff I did this summer at the retreat. All right. Let's go with that. Now let's see what I got here. Of course, I can't use the one I sprayed with water today. I like this fabric too. It's got one of Joan's stencils on it, and that so does, and the fabric has her print on it too. But then this was that halo. Hey, Devin. What's that called? Halo. I think it's called pink gold fabric paint. I had this in one of those ink dye stacks that I did not too long ago. And this one. This one's just kind of because the stencil wiggled on me, so it's kind of blurry in places. It wasn't really a clear print. Let's see if I can use either one of those somewhere. This one's probably too big of a print. I love this piece of paper. And I use the other bits. I might try to work this in. Filling up the tub with water, taping the picture window. Yep. Whenever we have a threat of any kind of weather that may result in a power failure. We're on a well, but we can't pump water out of the well manually. So I'm always filling up the tub when I hear that stuff coming in. I love this piece of paper too. And I love this piece of paper. I love that little bit of fabric. I wonder if I can tear this. I know. I was thinking about, excuse me, maybe investing in one of those. I think they make like a solar generator now. I'm sorry. I apologize about the cough. I did not cough. I can't remember the last time I had a coughing spell until maybe there's something down here that doesn't like me. Here's a piece of that too. These white edges off of here. Just going to leave my blue shadow there because I'll just collage over top of that. Can't believe how fast the calendar's turning over. It's crazy. Get some matte medium. I want a bigger brush. This one ought to be all right. Where's Dot? I got some black and white stripes out for her. You know how she loves that. I'm not looking at the chat right at the moment. So as I looked at my computer today, which is my MacBook that I use to stream on, I used to use that just to sit when we were up there hanging out watching TV or whatever. If Dave had a game on that I wasn't that keen on, I would just get my computer out, watch YouTube videos, check Facebook and Instagram, all that good stuff. But I don't do that anymore with my computer. I just am doing it on my phone. So that said, I hadn't used my computer for a while. And when I opened it up, lo and behold, I got a storage area. I had to try to delete some stuff. And it's getting some age on it. I think I'm going to have to invest in a new one. I should just set up. Got a new an HP last year to have like in my office, what used to be my office for work, because I have a monitor and a printer and a hub and external speaker and all that good keyboard, all that good stuff sitting up there where I used to work. So I just plugged a different computer in. So of course I had to give mine back when I left. So I don't want to disassemble that every time I want to come down to stream, as my point I was trying to get to in there. Let's see, what do I have here? Too many pieces, as per usual. I do want to use this little piece here, though. That's kind of a cool little piece of fabric. I don't even know what that was from. I think one of the Tim Holtz fabrics. Siphoned it. Dar, I'm getting them too. Is Patti aware? Hang on, let me go back and see what Dar said. Commercials suck. I thought I set those so that they wouldn't come on midstream. I'll have to look at that again. Has some really cool marks up in here. Maybe I do. Oh, it always makes me nervous to do this, but what the hell. Just a piece of paper. Pull that off. Maybe cover this up with that. And have that little bronzy circle pattern of Joan's down here. I didn't see Joan come on. I sent her a note. Let me see if she responded. That's really unusual. I don't hear back from her. I hope she's okay. Ryan's up. Catch you later. Okay, Beth. Take care, hon. Good seeing you in chat. Beth was an old neighbor of mine when we were kids at my mom and dad's place. Her aunt was my mom's best friend, who actually I just talked to for 2 hours the other day. She was in East Tennessee, and they were mildly affected, I guess, compared to everybody else. But her daughter was in one of the threats of in Greenville, Tennessee, I think it was, which isn't far from where the lady as I was talking to. They were in a threat zone of having one of the dams break back when this was all happening. This gold that's misted on there and kind of moved around, if certain ways you catch it, kind of looks like a face up there. Oh, spooky. Do I want to do anything with this piece? I always grab it because I really like it. It's foiled. Let me pull you in a little bit closer. That would be nice. Maybe not, because then nothing fits. I got to push this all back. I could probably live with that. CB, tell me again how to get rid of the heart. Get rid of the heart. I must have missed something. Hi, Barb. Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean about the heart. Okay. So I do really like this too. I'm going to tear a piece of this out. I like how some of these papers tear and it gives you that black edge there when you tear it the right way. I like it. It's all wonky. I don't know why I always use long skin. Look at these pieces I have laying here. All these long, skinny, vertical pieces. Now that I look at that, I don't think that piece is going to work in there either. Oh, what's this? That's cool paper, but not really. Nothing that would really fit. Damn tickle. Come on. Ah, here's a longer piece of this. This is what I was looking for. Try to maybe overlay this. So a little bit of that sticking out behind this, perhaps. Yep. I can make this one kind of wonky. Oops. This one doesn't tear as nice. Hey, Kathy. And G. I missed a couple people sneaking in while I'm got my face buried in a collage. Or an attempt at a collage, I should say. All right, I'm going to pull this. To kind of mimic that. I don't know why I like black and white stripes, but I do. Not sure where I might put that. And if I do that, I shouldn't do that. So many things I shouldn't do. What if I put a hunk of that in there? Oh, why is... Oh, Lord. That was laying in my matte medium. Hello? I mean, that'll dry clear, but didn't plan on doing that. Maybe now I should use it somewhere, but that's the piece that I did where I didn't want to use it. Ah! Paper towel, please. Oh, look, ripped a hole. Texture. What I was trying to do is turn this under just to get an idea of that up in this corner with this opposing down there. Maybe we'll just do it. Maybe we'll just do it. Yeah, right, CB. It's always could be worse. Oh, so let me tell you what my dumbass did the other day. Dave was still away at the Myrtle Beach leg of the trip with the guys golfing. And some of you might not be a fan, but I like to shoot guns. And I got a new gun that came in while we were away. So I thought, I'm going to go up to the range by myself and just blow through a box of ammo just to feel it. Well, I did. And that was good. Shot well, all that stuff. However, there was only me and one other guy in the range at the time, indoor. I had my ear protection on, and they put us side by side in the lanes that we were in instead of spreading us out. So apparently he was shooting something that sounded very much like I would picture an elephant gun to sound. And it was hot and sweaty in there. Usually it's cold. And I was sweaty. I usually put my ear protection on, like the headphones on, and take the band and put it behind my ears. Behind my head instead of on top of my head. Like to save my hairdo whenever I can. Well, apparently it slipped because I was so sweaty. I was wiping my neck and face off, but apparently it slipped just about at the time that he shot, and it really, really hurt my left ear, even though my ear was covered. Right, it was cupped around my ear, like this is my ear. It felt like it lifted up a little bit on the front, and that was enough to pretty much deafen my left ear for days. I can hear it again, but I keep getting these random sounds that I only hear in this left ear that just, it sounds like, have you ever been boating and you know what a foghorn is offshore? It just, like it'll go a series of two. It'll sound like boop, boop in my ear, random, every so often. Sometimes several times in a row, sometimes only once. So I don't know what's going on with that. I did read up on it right away, and it said that, and I thought, well, it was covered most of the way. It wasn't like I was in there with no ear protection on. So I looked it up, and it said that, in most cases, it's not permanent, and you should get hearing back within a few hours or a few days. Well, that was Tuesday. And said if it goes beyond that, there's a good chance it'll be a permanent loss. So I can hear, but I don't know if you put your hands in your ears and then talk, how muffled that sounds. I get a little bit of that sound when I'm not having my fingers in my ears, from what I can hear on my left side. It's very hard to describe unless you're hearing it. But anyway, something's not right in there. So I'm going to call in the morning and try to get in to ear, nose, and throat dude and say, okay, what the hell did I do now? But anyway, that was fun. Do I want to put that there and not there? You wouldn't believe, Patty, we should go to the range together. That would be fun. Well, I bet it would take for that noise to clear up. Yeah, I know. Now, Kathy, remind me, you are somewhat local here, correct? When I'm not on chat and I'm just doing a collage, I can pull one off in like 10 minutes. Oh, you are in Severn. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, a DM. It's all coming back to me now. My memory's also shot. I'm falling apart, people. Falling apart. That's okay. You know what? Let's just glue this down for no good reason. and it'll make me have a point to start trying to work around it. But I get so distracted, as most of you know that have been in my presence in real life. Yeah, see a gnat or a squirrel, conversation's over. Let's just put that there for now. And let's put this bad boy down. Oh, the back part's pretty too. You know what? That would be something to volunteer for. I never really thought about it. But do you know what location you're going to be at? Or can you say? We were thinking about going into early voting because Dave got called for jury duty, not in Anne Arundel County where you would think, in Baltimore City for a federal court. The whole month of November. So we thought, well, we do early voting in case, I don't know what would, if they have court on election day or not. I don't know how that works. But he just decided now he was going to just go on election day because where we go, it's never really a big crowd there. A whole month. He's got to call in every Sunday. Yep. Now he called in this weekend right after he got home. Saturday, he called. And for next week, he's good. They're not calling him up for that. But he's got to do that every week for the whole month. And we used to always do Thanksgiving dinner and Easter. And here at the house, all courts close on election day next month. Maybe he knew that. That's why. Thanks. As soon as we said that and told everybody, like, hey, we think we're going to take back Thanksgiving this year, because with COVID and we had COVID. We had my mom here, then dealing with my mom and my brother and all that stuff. We had to pass it off. My sister-in-law has been doing it the last few years. So I thought, well, we can take it back. Because when we do it, there's a couple friends that it's just the two of them. You know, the couples each at home. They don't have families that are local. So we'd invite anybody that we knew that was in that situation too. And I miss doing that. So now watch him be called and I'm sure he's probably got Thanksgiving off, but there's a lot of prep that goes into what all we do. And he's a big help with doing all that stuff. I got to sit back and look at I got to get rid of that Manicam logo too. That thing drives me nuts. Some of those are so old, they don't want us anymore. Too senile, I guess. You mean to work as a volunteer, CB? You could go and teach them youngins how to do it. I'll be at election headquarters. Oh, Ordnance Road. Okay. I think it showed Odenton Library as our closest point. I like this little piece of paper, but I don't think it's going to work for me. I'll leave it sitting there. Just no good reason. All right, I gotta have another little something in here. Oh, I can use this maybe to make it longer if I want to. All right, my head's going into the drawer. Actually, I have two drawers. Let me see what's in this other one that might grab me right off the top. Oh, I have all these little tissue papers that I did. That's the least interesting one I have, I think. Patty, what type and size of journal is this? It's the Diane Reevely. I forget what it's called. It's I will tell you. It's like 11 3/4 by 8 1/4. And it's got this little pocket in it. I guess they still make them. I got these. I have a number of those that I got. Somebody was having a sale. It was a really good sale. Might have been Queen's Ink back in the day. And I scarfed up a number of them. I'm looking around the room. I see 2 other ones, 3. Some of them have been filled up over time. I also like the Arteza ones with the gray cloth on the covers. Those are watercolor paper. This isn't watercolor paper that's in here. Looks like a nice big size. It is. Still get them at Michael's with a coupon. There you go. Get that 40% coupon. Okay, where was I? Oh, let's see something that I might be able to use. Trying to look to do something in this little blank corner and this little blank corner up there. And I'm covering up most of the pattern I wanted on there. Maybe I'll pull this down here. Instead of covering it up here, then I'll get this little bit here. But then I'll lose my little pointy ends, but that's okay. They can take a lot of water. Yes, they can. Severn Center and Reese Road has been voting in typically shorter lines. Reese Road. Oh, okay. I do remember seeing something on Reese Road as well. Now that you mention that. She did make a smaller size, Devin. It was like a, I don't know, maybe 7 by 10 or something like that. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Square artisan was the paper is not super thick. Yeah, the ones I had were, it was pretty heavy watercolor paper. Okay, so if I do that, moving that over as far as I can to show more of this, since that was my first idea. Oh, the ideas don't stick around like they used to. I can tell you that. Sweet Moses. Make a little line in that one. And then something up here. And come back to this. No, see, it's sideways. That's not going to work. Of all these papers I have, you'd think something would jump out at me. Here's this piece that's still drying. See how the pink's all coming through the back and where the blue ink was, how it looks kind of purpley and all that stuff. And then the front, a lot of the green's coming through. Of all the colors that are in those toner cartridges to make up the magenta and the cyan and yellow, you would think, but it's always pink and green that kind of shows up. Very interesting. All right, let me see. Oh, you know what? I had a couple circles of paper. Oh, maybe something like this. Oh, that's what I went in the drawer for. Sweet Moses. I found some of those that I just put in here today. Where'd you go? There they are. Or something like this. No, these are too big. Nope. Not the way to go. But I did have I wonder if I could cut. Oh, that's kind of big. I saw this medallion kind of shape in here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I think I have one of these, not sure. Oh, funny. I pulled this out, Kathy. So Bonnie gave us some of these sheets of these little what are they called? Chops. She had several books of different chop designs that she won on eBay, and they were really cool. She finds the coolest stuff. The coolest. I wonder if I could. What the heck was that little gauzy paper all over there? Well, let's just try it. I'm just going to take scissors. Or do I want to run it all the way across? Is it wide enough? It is wide enough. I gotta hide that so it doesn't. I can see what it would look like without that extra there. I don't know. I think it needs to come. I don't know. Like, I love when a circle comes from the edge. You'll see me do that a lot of times. And that's what I'm looking at here, but I need something to come like this. Then is it too many circles? Is there such a thing as too many circles? So I'm going to cut this one out just for, Gayla's not here, so I can say shits and giggles. I'm going to go in the widest part of this. Oh, what could possibly go wrong here? Why is that not? These are fabric scissors. I'm telling you, if somebody could hose this up, you're looking at her. You're looking at her hands. I think I started following the wrong line. That's what could go wrong. It's just a matter of time. Just stick with me for a few minutes. Something will get hosed up. I want to try to shred the edges here too. I don't want to make it so kind of hide the wonky. Not a fussy cutter. Yeah, that came out a little wonky-fied there. A little big. Too big, too small. A little too wonky, I'm thinking. If I put it like this to get that brighter turquoise in there, the font's upside down. Does anybody know, need to know, care? I'll maybe cover some of that up. Not working for me. Oh, wait a minute. What about this piece I had before? What could I do with that? Could I run this across the top? Maybe and cover some of that? Let's see. Cut some of this edge off of here too. It's a little big, isn't it? I mean, I could go. Just have part of that showing there. I feel like I'm wasting the good part. This is what happens when you get a little rusty. Let's see how long this is. Put this little piece underneath of this bit down here. To stick out around there where that doesn't cover. I don't know. Something's not working for me. Okay, Kathy, I'll look out for your message. Take care. CB, what's not working? Don't say everything. I know that's what you're going to say. I just know it. I've got half an idea here I'm trying to play with, and we know this isn't going to come out straight at all, but I like a little wonky here and there. Good thing, huh? That's wonky. It's like, what could break that up and make it look like it's not just laying there? Too many big pieces. That was good information about 20 minutes ago. Or I glued them all down. I think this is too big. So just put a single one there somewhere. I was trying to cover this up. Or at least break it up. Maybe I should just throw some I like the circle around the fabric. This circle around this fabric, cut the edge of the blue so it looks under the gold circle. So like this. Ish. Cut the edge of the blue. And CB, you said yes to what? This over top of this somehow? Or this over top of that? Or just breaking it up in there? The first one, like the over top of this? Just heard that foghorn beeping in my ear again. Ah. All right. So I can take that off the edge there. Not that whole design there. And then this, I need to cut this way. And I think CB, well, it's off the side of the paper then if I do that. Should I do this one? Is that too much? Overlapping? I gotta look at the screen. I'm up too close to it to see there. Yeah, I don't like that one for some reason. Sweet Moses. Okay, let me glue down this bit here. Let me make a decision. Maybe that'll motivate me to make more. I'm telling you, when I get rusty, I really rusted up. But I mean, other than doing the streams for when Joan Stencils came out, I can't remember the last time I was streaming, which I really do want to get in there regular again, but who knows? Who knows when that'll happen? All right, let's put this bad boy down here-ish. Oops, it's crooked. Can't have straight lines crooked. Hey, Sherry. The total screw up party. This has been a very painful attempt at a collage. I think I'm too rusty. We did the whole rusting conversation. Every time I say hello to you, Siri comes on. I didn't say Siri, I said Sherry. Okay, now that's there. What am I going to do with this? Should I just put... Hang on. I saw that arc there. Should I just maybe do that? And then put one piece of this with this circle around it on there somehow. Yeah, I don't like just the black and white. Glue and cut out the circle. Don't know which one you mean, Yvonne. A hubby walked by and asked, "No, he's watching fine." After tying the line, says, "Help." Tell your husband I said, "Hello, lover." All right, I'm cutting this. I'm cutting this little bit off over here. Start making some damn decisions. The striped circle over the blue. Oops. I kind of like this character up like this. So maybe put this like that. And this wonky circle. I should probably cut out the corners, what's sticking out there, you think? Is that what you guys are talking about? You're welcome, Mr. Devon. All right, let's glue this bit down. Oops, don't get crooked on me. Close enough. I'll just go here in the corner. This is really wonky, but and I like to go when the stripes go like this. The next one I like to go sideways, but down there this one's sideways. So I guess I can go. Maybe I'll go diagonal. Nope, that makes me crazy. I'm guessing like so. Hey, I wonder if I went kind of wonky off of it like that. No. This isn't a good day for wonky. That I can see going wrong. Need some more matte medium. Whatever that blue was on there is water soluble. Look at this way. Not right that way. Let's just get her done. I do like that there's threads hanging off of it though. I guess I should try to make those line up with those black stripes if I can, since it's pretty much going to touch. All right. Oh, Lordy, this is really going to be a little tricky once it gets wet. And those up and there. Got stuff glued to my shirt. Oh boy. See, in my head, I always tell you guys this, in my head, this was supposed to look really cool. In practice, not so much. That's way off. And now it's dry. And now I've got a piece glued to my shirt. Yeah, follow me for more tips. Sweet Moses. Let's have another go at that, shall we? I got to pull this closer so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Not that that's going to help, but sounds good. Oh, maybe I'll let the black and white go like checkered up there. That's what we're going to do. Because it kind of stuck there, so I'm going with it. Oh, and now this is covering up down here. Let's just do this. Not worry about matching it up. I'll be so glad when this one's over. Not that the company isn't lovely. Lord have mercy. I'm going to cut the strings. I just want to cut this edge of that sticking off out there. I'm exhausted. Still not wild about it, but it is what it is. Thank you. Yeah, some of you just got to walk away from and come back. Oh, poor CB. I've worn her out. Bless her heart. You got that right, Yvonne. It was so fun. I don't know when it was. It's been a while ago, maybe last spring, that I sat down here one day and whipped out like 4 or 5 collages. No problem. Not talking, not distracted. They just kind of flowed. I'm not getting the flow today. That's okay. What time is it? What time I start? 3:30. Oh, that's 4:45. I was going to say, that can't be right. This is the longest 15 minutes I've ever lived. That's okay. So what we started with is the background of one of the pictures I posted on the announcement I put on about the stream on Instagram and Facebook of the sand and how the sand, when the tide goes out in Hilton Head, how it makes these different patterns. And most of it's covered up. CB, have you heard from Joan lately? It's really odd that I send her a note and she doesn't respond, usually almost immediately. And I let her know I was streaming at 3:30 at 5 minutes to 3. And I haven't heard back from her. And that's really unusual. No, I don't. Usually she'll respond right away and either give me a thumbs up or I'll be there, Patty, or something. CB had, I saw online where she tried these acrylic gouache silver. Which one did she use? Diamond. Opal by Turner. And it's just a sheer, well, actually, I swatched them here somewhere the other day when they came in. See at the bottom of this, there's little sheet. Hang on, let's see if I can get it. It's just a scattered little sheen. I'm wondering where I can maybe put a little bit of that on here. I haven't screwed it up enough yet. Let me see what I can do. Oh, that really comes out of there pretty fast. Let's just see. I like something shiny. This is dark here. Let me just go around with a little edging on here and see if it even shows up. Looks like it is. We're going to take Lucy for her walk. Oh, she's probably already gone. But bye, Devin, if you're still there by any chance. Oh, that's probably not the right color. That's two multicolored Christmas lights for this. Well, you know what I can do? I have one that is just gold. Let's try to come over top of it with just gold and see if that obliterates the multicolored sparkle a little bit. CB, which she does such great watercolors, and she was using it on a floral watercolor that she had done, and just in the ends, I think it was like a pansy, was purple, and just on the ends of the each petal, she put a little wash of that on there. It looked really cool. Not covering it up. Do what? CC, yeah. Maybe this is my way of easing back into this activity of streaming. Yeah, that's not really grabbing me. I did these this summer, not that, at the retreat. And I kind of like these. This one had, let's see, who gave me any of this stuff? This is a piece of fabric that Bonnie had something wrapped in that she had sent me. It's got text on it. You can't see it very good down there. And this was an old piece that I burnt holes in. Remember that little episode? This is an old jelly print. This is from that calendar Claire got for me. I forget what it's called. Almanac, Artist Almanac or something like that. This was just a piece out of a handmade paper that I had. This piece here Robin gave to us, and the stamps Robin shared with everybody at the retreat. I had this paper, this background paper, which actually looks like that. The chops on it and the fonts are on the handmade paper. Hey, Ellen, or Elon, sorry. Years ago, and I couldn't find it. And it might have been in Robin's papers that she gave everybody. And then she had this whole envelope of stamps, some canceled, some new, that she gave to everybody. And this, Bonnie made these. It actually had, it was a pocket, had something inside of it. And this is 3-dimensional. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. This, I think this is one of those practice papers for, I don't want to keep putting it up there close. Practice papers for doing was it kanji fonts? Hey, Pam. Oh, that's creep. Okay, now I know who we got here. Hi, Pam. Um, this was Braille paper. This is one of the ones I had in that first, like a dye wash where I put all those papers in it that had the black beans in it. Remember that disaster? Couldn't get down for a couple weeks and they sprouted. Oh, that was lovely. But I love that paper and how it came out. I'd go through that again to get more of that paper. This was a piece of mommy gami paper that Donna gave me at the retreat. Robin did this see this gray strip here? This was cash register tape. And she dipped the whole roll, one end in one ink and another washed ink, and they kind of pulled in the middle and left this white stripe. And that's on my list to do too one of these years. I forget who gave me this. Is one piece of paper with Robin's. I did more Braille. That's one of my printouts I did. This was a piece of cash register tape that Bonnie gave me in November. Last November, we were out with Robin and where we met Sherry at a retreat, and she gave me that there. This was just a piece of handmade paper, and I just laid this piece on top of it. I just thought it looked cool. This was a piece of Mamigami that was just junk paper that Donna did, and I just glued that on there. Zandra made this girl for me with one of I think that's Froyle's stamp over top of it, and a couple fringes of this paper that was over here that I cut off. Some of Robin's stamps. Oh, this background piece, that hot pink to the pale, that was one of Robin's prints that she gave me, one of those Rothko prints. And then Kathy Siren, this is one of her, she included this. This was one of her watercolors that we got a print of. Her little dragonfly. Remember Dragonfly Smiles? And then this. Maybe I'll warm up to this in another month or two. But I think I'm going to call that for the day and ease back into this business. I don't have a business. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? The business of streaming and sharing and actually sitting down to be quiet and do something you can try to call art. But it's kind of growing on me a little bit already. Just being away from it. Might take me a while, but you know, I'll get there. But let's see, just we're done with today's page yet. That's all. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to splatter some more bronze on there or something. Where's my piece that's drying? It's so crazy how those colors act when you spray water on them. This whole page looked like this piece here. That was a sand image. This was a sand image. Anywho, all right, kids, I am going to wrap it up and go whip up some dinner. I've got some chicken breasts in a crock pot with some stock in there and garlic, salt, and pepper. And I'm going to do something with that. I think I'm going to make one of those. I'm sure you guys have seen them. The recipes for them online. With the boursin cheese, where you make a casserole with the boursin cheese, put it in the middle of a casserole dish and throw in whatever else you want. So I'm going to throw some mushrooms and onions and garlic, and I don't have much here. We've been gone. Well, Dave's been gone for 2 weeks. I've been gone for a week. So I didn't get a whole lot of food, and I had lunch and dinner dates with some of my girlfriends while he was away. So I ate out and then had leftovers. So we're a little slim pickings, and I learned my lesson about going to Costco on a Sunday. Whew, we have to be in rough shape before I do that again. But we'll probably go sometime tomorrow. But anyway, you can throw whatever you want to throw in there. You can actually put, what's that called? orzo or a small pasta in with it, and then add stock, and then the cheese melts, the vegetables all roast, and the stock, mix the orzo cook and mix it all up and throw in a protein, add more cheese, bake it off again till it melts. Listen I'm listening, Yvonne. Come on over. Oh, all right, girls. Thank you for jumping on. And hopefully I'll see you again in the near future. Thank you. Try to behave yourselves.